Greetings to all. Myself Vaishnavi, Assistant Professor, IT Department from SNS College of Technology. Now we are going to see about the objectives and functions in the operating systems. The overview of the operating systems. It will be the crucial for managing the hardware resources, and it will execute the programs and providing the stable environment for the software applications. First one will be the definitions of the operating system. It that act as an intermediary between the computer hardware and the users. And then why we uses the operating system? It is essential overall functionality of the computer systems. Here, next one will be the types of OS. Here we uses that various types of operating systems for sharing the documents and objectives of the operating systems. Here we have the three objectives. First one will be the resource management, and then second one will be the user interface. Third one will be the process management. In process management, it will handling the process creation and scheduling the process. And then in resource management, it will overseeing the hardware resources like CPU and then memory. For user interface provisions, it will providing the interfaces for the user interactions. Next one, functions of the operating systems. Here we have the three functions: memory management, file system management, and device management. In memory management, it involves managing the physical and the virtual memory of the systems, and it will allocate the memory for the processes and ensuring the efficient memory usage. Next one will be the file management system. It manages the files and directories, providing the structure, the way to store, retrieve, and organizing the data. Third one, device management. And the OS controls and coordinate the uses of hardware devices, it enabling the communication between the hardware and the software applications. Next one, here we have the diagram for that functions of operating systems. In memory management, it will allocate the memory and prevent the memory leaks. Next one will be the store data and then retrieve data and organizes the data in the file system management. In device management, it control the hardware and coordinated the devices. Next one, operating system components. First one will be the process management. In process management, we have some processes, that is process creation and deletion, and then process suspension and resumption. And here we have two mechanisms, that will be the process synchronization and process communication. In process communication, it will enable the process to exchange the data. In process synchronization, it coordinating the process execution, and then process resumption, it will restart the suspended processes, and then a process deletion, it will terminate the complete processes, and then in for process creation, it initializes the new processes. Next one will be the main memory management. In main memory management, here it takes a large array of the words or the bytes, each with their own addresses. Here we have, it will keep track of which part of memory are currently being used, and by whom are using that current memory, and it will decide which process to load when the memory space are becomes available, and here it will allocate and deallocate the memory space as needed. For memory management is a core responsibility of the OS, and then memory allocation, the dynamic space distribution. In memory tracking, the monitoring usages and the users. Third one will be the file management. In file management, we have that activities happen with that. The file is a collections of related information. It is defined by that its creator. Here we have file creation and deletion, the directory creation and deletions, and it supports of the primitives for manipulating the files and directories, and it will mapping the files into the secondary storage. And then file backup. Here these are that activities take place in the file management. Next one, input output system management. Here we have buffer caching system, general device driver interfaces, drivers for the specific hardware devices. In buffer caching system, it enhances the input output performances by storing the data. Second one, the general driver interfaces, it provides a standard interface for the device drivers. In third one, driver for the specific hardware devices, it enables the communication with the specific hardware. Next one, secondary storage management. In secondary storage management, we have free space management, storage allocation, and disk scheduling. In free space management, we have the efficient data writing, space reclamations. In storage, here we have optimized speed, reliability, and the efficient space uses. These comes under the storage allocations. And then networking systems. In networking systems, that is distributed system, it will be the collection of processor that don't share the memory for the clock. Here we have that processes, protocol, computational speed up, enhance the reliability and the data availability, resource access, and the communication network. These are the process of the distributed systems. Next one, production systems. Production system will be the controlling access by the programs, processes, and the users to both the system and the user resources. Here we have that um, distinguish usage, specific controls, and the enforcement means.